What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. It is the Empowered Educator, and I'm so glad to be back with you all with another powerful message that was on my heart to share with you all today. The topic of this video is 8 powerful prompts to close out your school day. All right. Now, I did make another video where I talk about 3 ways to end your school day on a positive note. And if you have not tuned into that video, I have it linked down below so that you can catch that. But what I'm going to give you all today are 8 powerful prompts that you can utilize in your learning space to help end your day on another positive note. All right. So I'm going to give you all some prompts or some ideas that you can utilize to build that climate and culture within your classroom community. All right. So I'm going to go over each of these prompts. These prompts are also available on Teachers Pay Teachers for a small price. And that link is also included down below in the description box. So please check that out. All right. And if you are a new subscriber to the channel, I just want to take a moment to welcome you and thank you so much for your time and joining this channel. If you know that this information might help any other educators out there or any other parents that might be homeschooling or personnel that might be interested in this content, please share this amongst your social media platforms as well as to other audience that these topics might target. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you all some of these prompts. And again, this is available on Teachers Pay Teachers if you are someone that utilizes that website as a source for instruction. So the first prompt. First of all, I utilize these prompts at the end of the school day. I have a positive note jar that I use with my students. And it's just a nice way to kind of build our camaraderie as well as our climate and our culture and our community inside of our learning space. And you all, doing these exercises gives me chills. And as I've told you all before, I am a primary teacher this year. And what that means is I get to set that foundation for students, right? And being in a primary space is exactly what that is about, right? It's about building the foundation, giving our students those building blocks so that they are able to take what they've learned this year and apply it to the other grade levels that they will be experiencing throughout their development. So here is the first prompt that I have here on the screen. And it talks about fruitfulness. Oh my goodness, you all. If you have not done the chosen tree assignment, you need to check out that video as well as that assignment on Teachers Pay Teachers, especially if you are someone who is spiritual and you believe in the higher power of Yah. I highly recommend you to check out the chosen tree assignment, okay? Because we talk about being fruitful, being righteous, and being a good tree, because God signifies trees as a person in the Bible. So I'm going to talk a little bit about fruitfulness. So fruitfulness is the quality or state of producing good or helpful results. Describe someone who was fruitful today. Tell how they were a good teammate of our class and or behaviors that demonstrated positive outcomes. So this is exciting. And again, yes, I use this type of language with first grade students, you all. And it's amazing just to hear their vocabulary expand, right? Because they've probably never heard of the term fruitful. But when they hear you say fruitful or demonstrated or positive, right, they can come up with their own definition of exactly what fruitful means. So what you'll do, or what I like to do during these exercises of closing our school day out, is I will, students will raise their hands, and I always tell students we're working on public speaking. So I tell students to come down to the front of the room, and then they'll pick on someone to share how they are fruitful. And it's so powerful. I'm definitely going to have to do a video where I just show you all other ways that we close our day out during the school day. But we talk about being fruitful. They pick someone who is being fruitful, and they describe how that person was being fruitful. And this not only fills the bucket, we talk about being bucket fillers in class, it not only fills the bucket of the person that is noticing someone else, it also fills up the bucket of the person that's being noticed, right? So that's how that positive climate and culture is established inside that learning space, because I'm not always centered on myself, right? And we know that when students are in that elementary phase of development, a lot of what they're learning or they're doing is self-centered. It is about themselves. So when they get to focus on someone else, then that takes away some of that egocentric attitude and puts it on other people. It recognizes other people, and it's nice when the teacher doesn't always, or the expectation isn't the teacher always doing it. Students have power in doing that as well. And you'll see just how much more community you have in your learning space when kids recognize other kids for being outstanding role models in the learning space. So that's the first prompt. The second prompt is talking about just being better versions of ourselves. All right. It says, "Welcome to school. We come to school each day to become better versions of ourselves. Describe someone who helped you become a better version of yourself today. Consider ideas you learned from this specific person and or behaviors this person demonstrated that influenced you." Again, a student will come down to the front of the room. They'll pick out someone who helped them become a better version of themselves. And this is what I love about this too, is students don't always just pick other kids. Sometimes they pick adults, right? And then it makes the adult feel special, which I always tell people, if you come into the field of education, don't come into the job expecting like to be a millionaire, or getting rich off of teaching. The most respect you get out of your job is working with the children that you work with, and them feeling appreciated and valued in the work that you do with them, and them valuing you and showing you respect through the gifts and the appreciation that students have for you. So that's just another prompt students like to use. I've heard students say that a teacher helped them become a better version of themselves and explain how that happened. I heard students say, I became a better version of myself today, right? So just self-reflecting, very powerful way to end the school day. Prompt number 3, humor. Yes, humor, a laughing spirit. Humor builds up friendship. There's nothing like having someone to have a good laugh with or tell jokes with. Name someone who made you laugh today. Describe how this person made you feel when you experienced this moment together. So understanding that, the school environment is not necessarily always about stress, right? It's not always about being under pressure. It's lighthearted too, right? There's moments where you're gonna laugh. There's moments where you're gonna cheer. There's moments where you're gonna chant, and just be excited to be in the space that you're in with other students that you're sharing that space with, right? So building community also means building friendship. So what are ways that you all laugh together today? How might you experience this moment together again? So keeping hope as that feeling to have kids to look forward to and a reason to come back the next day is very powerful. Prompt number 4, studies have shown that smiling has lots of health benefits. Smiling helps you feel calm. It reduces stress and relaxes your body and mind. Tell about a peer that made you smile today. Explain how this experience made you feel and why you appreciated the moment. So this is really important too, because I think when we get into a lot of trauma-informed schools, or we are teaching students who have experienced trauma, a lot of them they go through stress, right? And stress brings on discomfort or uncomfortable feelings. So when we talk about smiling, right, we're encouraging our students to smile, okay, even through the funk, right, even when something is going array, or there's chaos, right, still smile, find something to smile about, be grateful. So this is expressing gratitude within children, but also explaining how another student made you smile today, right? Again, building that community and talking about those feelings, right? I feel grateful for so and so because we laughed about a joke that he told, or I wanted to smile today because I was proud of myself for acing a test, right? So those are just different ways that you can encourage smiling in your learning space. And then that is also going to help a student build their self-confidence. It's going to help a student build their motivation. It's going to help with overall character development in the learning space, okay? Prompt number 5. Feeling proud is normal when you accomplish new challenges in your life. Describe something you are proud of that you achieved today or this week. Explain why this powerful Explain why this is a powerful, proud moment for you. So not only are we reflecting ideas about how other people have influenced us in the learning space, we are also taking on our own ownership, talking about ways that we're proud of ourselves. This is very powerful. One of my favorite ways to end the school day. It is so beautiful to see students stand up, come up to the front of the class and say, I'm proud of myself because I didn't give up. I'm proud of myself because I controlled my anger. I'm proud of myself because I didn't get into a fight today. You all work in a trauma-informed school. So when I hear students saying things like that themselves, first of all, they're speaking it out, which means that they're speaking it into existence. They're proud of themselves for doing this action, which makes it more likely for them to do it again, right? So helping students feel proud, and proud isn't always, an arrogant feeling. There's certain levels to being proud, just like there's certain levels to having pride. You don't want to get to an uncomfortable sense of being, because then you've gone off into an egocentric uh, mindset. But when you teach students who don't really feel proud of themselves daily, how to be proud of themselves for achieving a goal or accomplishing something, it really settles, and it makes them feel confident about the person that they're becoming or the student that they are growing into. Prompt number 6. Challenges are experiences that we have when we reach a new level of difficulty. We all experience challenges, but we all can overcome them with a growth mindset and a can-do attitude. Describe a challenge that you had, and what did you do and what you did to overcome the obstacle. You all, this is another powerful way I love to end the day. Why? Because students get to be vulnerable. I think vulnerability is something that we need to have more opportunities to delve into in the learning space. I think a lot of times our students are just trying to be strong, and sometimes they get so strong, right? They explode. So understanding that we all have challenges, we're all human, and we all struggle, right? When we understand those challenges, then we're able to open up to each other. We don't have to have a guard up against other people, but we can feel open to share those with others because we've built that sense of community. And also sharing ways that we overcame those challenges gives students ideas about ways that they too can overcome difficulties when they come encounter with them. Prompt number 7. Friendship promotes healthy relationships between people. In friendship, we learn how to trust, how to communicate, and ways to genuinely care. Describe someone who was a friend to you today. Explain how their friendship made you feel and how you will be a friend for them in the future. I'm not even going to get into all that because the mic was dropped, okay? I mean, friendship is something we need to see more of. And I'm talking about authentic friendship, not someone that's a friend in somebody's face for 5 seconds and then turns around and talking behind their back. I'm talking about someone who is an authentic friend, right? Because that's what we need in our society. We have too many people that are against each other. A lot of it starts in the younger grades. So when we discuss this in the foundational grades, going all the way up um, to middle school, if you will, to high school, if you will. These are life skills that kids are learning. These are life skills. It's going to have a positive effect on them, on their being. And then finally, prompt number 8. Compliments are ways to fill someone's bucket. You can compliment someone based on their looks, things that they have, and or behaviors that they do. Be a bucket filler and compliment someone today. And that's just another way to end that day on a positive note. So these are 8 powerful prompts that I wanted to share with you all today. Again, this slide deck is available on Teachers Pay Teachers. The link is included down below, as well as the 3 positive ways, the 3 ways to end your day on a positive note. That video is also down below. And as I continue to come up with creative solutions, I will continue to share those in future videos that I put out to you all right? Now, if you're someone that wants to know a little bit more about Empowered Educator LLC, as well as other products and services and programs that I provide, I highly recommend you all to check out the links down below in the description box, specifically my Linktree link, which will take you to my Amazon account where you can purchase positive affirmation coloring books, privacy journals. You can also book a session with me if you are someone that wants to learn if you are someone who wants more mentoring and coaching inside of your classroom. I am always available. So please just book a session with me, and I would love to do a free consultation with you about just what your overall needs are and coming up with a plan to help you meet those goals. All right. I just want to thank you all so much for your time, and I hope you all will reach out to me and inquire about any services, products, or programs you might need. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a blessed night and a wonderful week. Thank you.